Good day everyone. Welcome to Educate Yourself. So, in this session, we are dealing with an example on the event on change. Okay. So, the on change, that name itself suggests that when the user changes the input field in your web page, what action should be taken next? So, here the event is the user changes the input value, that is the event, and how to handle that event is actually done using this event handling in JavaScript for this case. Okay, so let's see how this happen and how we can handle this. Okay, so we directly moving to the code now. We define this document type HTML and the root HTML tag, and inside the body tag you can see select tag. The select tag indicates this is an drop down list. So whenever you need to do, or whenever you want to add a drop down list to your web page, you all need to do insert the select tag with the id if needed and having the option values. Okay, so here you can see select is the tag having a id my select. On change is actually what? This is an event. So here our event is same, so this is on change equal to my function. That means when the change takes place, you have to call this function. That is actually mentioned or defined using these words or these thing. So inside this select tag, we just started here only. So inside you can see three different options. That means these are the options to be seen in that drop down list. So the values for these are BMW, Audi and Porsche. What to display in these options that are barely written like this. Okay, just inside the option tag. For the value, first value we have in the option is BMW. So we just mentioned using the same word in the list too. So the second item in the drop down list is Audi. So I just given the same value to the option and also that value to be displayed as such in the option or drop down list, and like that another one too. So here we have the three different options for our drop down list, and we close the style tag since we have to include only these three items to our drop down list. That means this will enable the user to select one out of each of this. Okay, then next one is paragraph id. That means here is a paragraph tag and we have given it with an id of demo, and just we close that. Then we are moving to the script tag. That means here we are going to define our JavaScript portion or event handling, how we do that. Okay, let's see. Function, we defined a function using the function name my function. Inside you can see x, that means a variable is declared using a name x, and inside that you can see, or that is assigned with the document.getElement by id my select. So whatever be the id element having the id my select is to be saved or to be moved to this character variable having the name x. So it is also linked with the dot value. That means since the my select is a select id, that means it can have these three values. That's why we linked a dot value here, because there is no single value for the select. It has got three different options. So thus we have to mention the values to this my select id. Then only it can take that value and assign to this variable. Okay, so that is the purpose of this line actually. Let's see the next sentence or the next line here. Document.getElement by id demo dot inner html equal to you selected colon and plus x is actually another additional one. Let's see what these things are. So firstly we called the element id having the element having the id demo. Okay, dot inner html is to change the content whatever be that inside this demo to the thing that we are going to define inside the inner HTML. So inner HTML we are calling, or we are saying that you have to display it like that. You selected colon, then they are adding some value with this sentence, that is plus x is actually for what? X is actually mentioned where in this area we have mentioned that whatever be the things inside the select, whatever be that value that the user select from that drop down list should be stored or saved to this variable x2. So that is the meaning of this sentence. So here we are linking that or adding that value with the sentence only. Okay, so these are the two things here. Then we close the script and also the paragraph. That means when the user selects three of the any one of these three options, then that value should be linked or to be displayed like this. Then only that will be an valid input. So for that we use this onchange event handling. That means when this onchange takes place, what will happen? It will calls the my function. Okay, my function is actually defined here, and inside the my function there are two different things said. One, whatever be the value selected by the user inside the drop down list having the id my select should be stored to the variable x, and then that should be displayed like this. Okay, that is inside this dot inner HTML equal to whatever we have to in which format you have to display, you can add it like that, and you have to mention or you have to display what is the value that the user selected. For that we are linking or adding that element or the variable x using this plus sign. Okay, so this is the purpose of using onchange event to our pages. Thank you.